Good morning and welcome to episode 35 of Looking at Stamps. And today is going to be a hodgepodge of topics, or a melange if you prefer. We're going to start off with a couple of statehood stamps, and then we're going to talk about stamp storage. So let's continue looking at statehood stamps. Many of you may know I am from Texas, and this is one of the earlier stamps that I have of the statehood series. This was issued in 1945. Scott number 938. This will be categorized under statehood, flags, and the color blue. And this is the Texas statehood stamp. The newer release is this stamp here. It's the rather garish stamp, but anyway, it's 2968. Once again, it will be under statehood, under horse, because people collect horses. I could have done flags, and the color yellow. My friend Ashley Aarons asked me, how do I store my stamps? So yesterday I discussed these acetate sheets. They're open on two sides, and I just simply put the stamp sheet inside. If they're non-adhesive, then I do one stamp set per sheet. And you are absolutely correct, Ashley. These are not 3-hole punched. So I have to store them in these manila envelopes, like so. And I'll put several within one. And then what I will do is I will put them in hanging file folders according to the denomination. And then I'll file these in a hanging file folder bin. And I have 2 bins. I'll show those later. And that's how I store my sheets. Now, if you don't want to do this type of system, one of the alternatives that you can do is to simply get sheet protectors. And these are 3-hole punch. This is a Staples sheet protector. You could put these in here as well. So let me see if I can find, let me just get one of these Sesame Street ones out. And then what you can do is simply, these are top loading, so you can simply put one in here and put it in a 3-ring binder. The only difficulty about doing that is that full sheets are a little bit larger than the 8.5 by 11 sheet protector. So what you would have to do, if you would have to either cut off this selvage or fold under the selvage, fold over the selvage for it to fit in here. And if you're not collecting stamps for the sake of selling them, then that's fine, because stamp sheets are normally include the selvage if you're going to try to resell them. So that's something to keep in mind, and you just put these in a 3-ring binder and you're golden. So let me show you how, those are sheets, so let me show you how I store my individual stamps, or my loose stamps. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, I'm back, and this is how I store my loose stamps. I will put them in an envelope according to denomination. As you can see here, I have panes and I have a whole bunch of loose stamps. I will put them in an envelope, and I'll take that envelope and put them in an accordion file holder. And I started off with 2 of these, and now I'm up to 5 of them. As you can see, this is the set that is less than 20 cents, and I store them in here according to denomination. And then I will just put them in like that, and then I have them readily available. I prefer to have them loose so I can easily go through them. But what some people have done is they will take these stamp storage sheets that stamp collectors use, and they will just simply put them in here. This is the medium-sized one, and this is an easy way in which to see all the stamps that you have available. And if you don't have humidity problems, you can actually store multiples within the same line of stamps. So it's an easy way to see how many stamps that you have and which stamps that you have. And these have both sides that are available for stamps. And this is plastic based, so if you have humidity problems, you're not going to have a whole bunch of problems with the glue activating or the gum activating on the back side. And that is another way of storing your stamps. And finally, I'm going to show you my bin storage. I'll be back in just a second. And finally, I'm going to show you my bin storage. As you can see, these are hanging folders, and these are the hanging folders that have each of the denominations in them. And within each of these is a file folder that has that denomination, that has the loose storage of my stamped sheets. And so there we go. This is one of my bins. I have a below 30-cent bin and this bin, which is 30 cents and higher. And these will go all the way to the current Forever stamps. You can see back there in the background my 70-cent stamps, my $1 stamps, $2, $5, and so on. And that's how and it has a closing lid, and that's how I store my stamps. So you don't have to have a lot of space in which to store stamps, and as you can see, store a lot of stamps. So that's it for today. Have a great day, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Bye-bye.